So please go to the next page. Mr. Yes. Content is finished. Yeah. And also reference. Yes. So what is pragmatic? So pragmatic is the study of language use. So pragmatic is a subfield of linguistics which study how people use language within a context and why they use language in particular way. So the question is, what is pragmatic? So pragmatic is a subfield of linguistics which study how people use language. It means that the way that people learn how to use the language. It means there are many steps, many strategies. So that people learn about the word pragmatic. It means that there are some technique or some way that teach people how to use the language. Yes, in the particular way, it means the right way, the correct way. Yes. And in example, consider the word ball in the following sentence. So you see the word ball. Here it means that the ball is like a cycle. It's like cycle. So you can say we would like you to consider the word ball. Ball is like the shape, the body like a cycle. So he kicked the ball into the net. So what happened after in this example? So why the speaker use this example about the word ball? So it means like this one, he kicked the ball into the net. So if you think about the word ball, the ball, the shape, the body, if the body like square, when you kick it, it's not running smoothly. So the ball is like cycle, it's like roundabout. So when you kick it, it means it go faster. So this is one example. So please go to the next page, Mr. Kakada. Yes, so go to number 2 is about speak act. Speak act. So when you hear this word about the word speak act, what does it mean speak act? Speak act is the use of language to perform some act. This is the definition of the word speak act. Please go to the next one. So here's some information that talk about the speak act. So there are 4. One column is talking about the sentence type. So in sentence type, as like you can see in the chart, like the first one is declaration. The second is interrogative. The third one is imperative. So about the word declarative. What does it mean declarative? Declarative means you declare something, you show something. So let's say the other column, the speak act. So it means assertion, question, order, request. So let's see the function of this one. So the function of the speak act convey information in true or false, elicit information, cause other to behave in certain way. So this is the example column. So example like John has bad breath. Look at my porridge. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So this is the example that we use from give you some example to know about the each function. So in other speak act include treat, warning, bid, and advise. So this is another point that you need to know about the speak act include. So treat. What does it mean treat? What does it mean warning? What does it mean bid? What does it mean advise? So treat, it means that you acting to someone. You treat someone like your action. Warning, it comes from the word something that you, example like your partner doing something, your team doing something wrong, you like a warning. But for in class, it's talking about the word warning is a little bit serious. But normally we use the word discipline in class. But this warning, it means that it's more higher than like serious than the word discipline. So warning we use for someone make mistake or wrong. Bid, it means that bid and advice. So advice, like when you see someone like your student study slowly or not respect to the teacher, so you give them advice. Okay. So please go to the next page about direct and indirect speech act. So this is some point that help you to understand more about what is direct speech act and what is indirect speech act. So direct speech act, it means like they perform their function in a direct and literal manner, and can be performed by example like step A and B, making a direct literal utterance or using a performative verb. This is about the direct speech act. And indirect speech act, it means what the speaker actually mean in different from what he or she or he literally say. Never use performative verb. So this is some way that some example, some way that help you to know about the direct and indirect speech acts. Let's go to the next point. So to perform a particular speech act indirectly, one need only formulate a question, a certain request, or order that evoke explicit connection on that speech act. So this is the definition of the word indirect speech acts. So let's continue to the next page. So rule of the conversation. So the rule of the conversation, you might want to know what is the rule of conversation. So this is the definition, some definition help you to understand about the rule of conversation. A set of conversation governing language use that preserve its integrity by requiring us, among other things, to be honest, and it used to have evidence for what we say and to make what we say relevant to a speech contact. So you might want to know what is. So this is some definition that can help you to understand a little bit more about the rule of the conversation. So normally conversation it happen or between one person to another person, one group to another group. But example for as you are a teacher, you teach in class, it means that you make conversation between you and your student. So yeah, let's go to the next point. Yeah, language in advertising. So this is the title. What is language in advertising? So normally you hear the word advertising, they advertise about their business, their like a company or school. So the word advertising, so here's the definition. Advertising is a business in which language is used to persuade people to do things, to buy some product, to vote for someone, or to believe things. So this is the word advertising, so the definition here. But if you just listen about the word advertising, language advertising, it means you promote about the language, you advertise about the language, you want people to know about the language, so you share to other people about the language. So this is you advertise about the language. Okay, so let's go to the next. So let's discuss analysis. Okay, discuss analysis. Discourse analysis. So you know the word analysis. Analysis means you try to detail about the course. You try to detail about the subject. So here is the definition. Analysis on how meaning is created as people tell personal experience story using narration. Okay, so it means people using their experience, their personal experience to share, to detail about the experience. Okay, so this is about the discourse analysis. So it means that the people tell about personal experience story using about their experience, their personal experience story to detail to people. Okay, so go to the next. It finished. Okay, so my point is finished. So let's continue to the second is talking about discourse contact that will respond by Mr. Chey Kakada. Thank you.
Hello everyone and hello teacher. So I'll start finish our this presentation. So now it's my turn to continue and to present about discourse analysis. Discourse, and before I presentation my topic, I just let you know some the word. What is discourse? I know in linguistics, discourse it means conversation that we always based on content to understanding each other. And contact this discourse. Normally, if we mention about the context, we will learn like how to identify about our spoken and our writing. And if we want to know well about the context, discourse analysis, so we should know and we should learn aspect of the context. So to make us easy and understanding and in our learning we should know. And then normally, basically aspect of the context we will learn about like reference and presupposition, implication, and then inference. And what does it mean, reference and presupposition, implication, and inference? I will tell you the next slide. And reference, as you know, so first let me tell you about the meaning reference. Reference is normally, if we mention about reference, when we do the research or in our study, always that information that support our topic, where did we extract our topic from or something like that. But reference here in linguistics is not mean like that, but we just mention about the one sentence, and now let me tell you. Reference is the word which do not have meaning of their own, such as pronoun or article. For example, if I say like he or she, it is not, it's their own meaning. For example, your name is Jiva. This is your real name or the real reference that every people can know you are Jiva and you are the man or something like that. But if we use she or he is just a reference that we base on your name Jiva, it means the man, and then we use like to replace the Jiva. It means that we call reference. Say we use the pronoun or something like that to replace the noun to identify the people in our speaking or in our writing. and presupposition. Presupposition that it means we mentioned about the context when we do conversation with our partner, and preposition. It means that the conversation, that information or background that we know each other already. For example, here, Mr. A, they said that there is the telephone, and then Mr. A replied, I am in the bus or in the bathroom or something like that, and then Mr. A, okay. So it means that if both of the people, Mr. A and Mr. B, if they didn't stay with each other in the same situation, so maybe they didn't get understand each other. For example, if you and me is not stay with each other in the same situation, and then I just go and tell you, oh, Mister, there is someone call you or something like that, and phone ring outside. You might be didn't know about that because we are not the same situation. And if we stay each other and there is, so you will know. And now I am busy to take a bus, and then there is someone call and the phone will be ring, and then you will know maybe I am busy in the bathroom, so I can't reply, and then you will reply phone, instead of me. And implication is a technical term which is referred to what suggests in utterance, even though like neither express or nor strictly implies. It means that implication sometimes you know but the meaning, but you didn't know the exactly that they want to mention about. For example, John is meeting a woman this evening. You didn't know like whether Mr. John like meet his girlfriend or meets his mother or sister or something like that. Or sometimes we just based on it's like reference or something that happened. For example, if I saw objects like on the table, it's moved by their own, so I just guess based on my phenomenon. It's like maybe I can get that this is maybe there is ghost over there because some object normally they will like move by their own. But if I saw the object move by their own, I just guess. And here at the same time, it's the same. If the John is meeting a woman this evening, I just get maybe like that he's go to like meet his girlfriend or another girl, but we just know he go to meet a woman. And inference when we do conversation with our partner or with other people, sometimes we like there is no like exactly the meaning, but we know, for example, if you ride a motor and then you run out of the petrol, and then I saw you like you bring your motor and your motor it doesn't work, and then I will tell you based on contact, I can get like you maybe like an out of the petrol, so I will tell you like there is a garage like at the corner or something like that. This is we call inference. That's all.
Okay, any question about? Any question?
we don't have any questions, so you can say thank you.
No one listen.
And maybe because of our presentation is not really clear, maybe we can wait for teacher to give more or to add more about our assignment today, our presentation today. So
You have any question? Clear, clear. Or you are busy? You can take it. So you move to the group. Next group.
okay, thank you so much, teacher, and